So I just finished episode 3 of It, Welcome to Derry, and boy, do we have some things that we have to discuss after tonight's episode. First of all, we found out a little bit about the military general that has been leading the operation on finding this entity. Turns out that he is a young boy that encountered the entity back in 1908 with the woman, one of the town shops owners named Rose. She was also with him during the summer that he encountered this thing, and she too seems to have background information as to really what this thing is. Well, they don't really know what it is, but the military is leading an operation trying to find out more about what this thing is, and they're using Dick Hallorann, as I said last week, from The Shining to help navigate and find this thing. That is one of my favorite parts of this show so far, is that we're seeing Dick Hallorann from The Shining, and I think that he is doing... the casting across the board with Dick Hallorann has been fantastic, whether it be in The Shining, Dr. Sleep, or It, Welcome to Derry. The actors that they have to play him is absolutely incredible. But seeing Dick Hallorann outside of a Shining story involved within the It universe is just really awesome, and I love how they're taking a bunch of different elements of Stephen King and placing it here in this show. Also in the funhouse in the beginning of the episode, did you guys see that Andy Muschietti had a little cameo? He loves doing that. So it was cool to see him there. But we might as well talk about the elephant in the room, and it's the fact that Dick Hallorann, while he was having one of his visions, he was in the realm, he was in the sewers, and Pennywise's cart was right in front of him, and everyone is like, when the heck is Pennywise gonna be here? From what I've heard, it's supposed to be episode 5. We're supposed to get him from episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Maybe it'll be next week, because at the end of the episode, they are just teasing the first look at Pennywise, and that is when Will is taking pictures in the cemetery. Well, really all the kids are. They are trying to capture proof that Ronnie's dad is innocent, and they need to do this by catching something on film, so that way the town's officials will believe them. Somehow, some way, I don't think that they are going to believe them, though. But regardless, that is what the kids are doing this episode. They're trying to capture proof so that way Ronnie's dad can get out of jail. And of course, at the very end of the episode, as they're gathering all of their data, they spent all this time in the cemetery, and obviously something happened to where they were able to capture certain pictures of these entities, and at the very end, Will was like, what is that? It's a clown. Cut to the credits. And of course, they're just teasing this, so that way the first look at Pennywise is absolutely epic. I think it's going to be a pretty solid first look, guys. I'm excited to see what they have in store for us in the coming weeks as we get Pennywise.